coming. Appreciate it. We're gonna learn. You're gonna learn some good stuff. Help you catch more fish. And every now and then during this, I'll get into maybe a couple fish stories, but not many because I'd rather teach you. But let me just tell you this one, okay? Because this one always sticks in my head. Billy and I fished a long time together. It's winter time. It's cold. We're on the Patapsco River. Tom, he goes, Tom, I can only fish half a day today. It's okay with me, Billy. We put in, we're looking for fish. It's 10 o'clock. He's getting upset at me because we're not catching fish. And that's just the way it is. And, I keep looking. And about 11:30, we get on some fish. Nice fish. 12:30 went by, 1:30 went by. All I know is we pulled in, we started at 6 a.m. We pulled in the ramp at 6 p.m. And he looked at me and said, man, I told you, I only wanted to fish for a half a day. Billy, 12 hours is a half a day. Couldn't get me on that one, so I'll never forget that. Oh, you got me that time. We're going to go over a lot of stuff, but first of all you have to do is say your first name, say your whole name really, and what area you like to fish. Of course, the Bay Bridge to Susquehanna Flats to the Bay Bridge, we consider that's Upper Bay. From the Bay Bridge down to Chop Tank, middle, Chop Tank south would be Lower Bay. And what method you use, trolling, light tackle, fly fishing, chumming, whatever you like to do. So that way I got little, if one bunch is a lot more than everybody else, I'll make sure we stay on that subject more than any other one. Okay, go ahead, Ron. Joe.
My name is Joe Morgan, and I pretty much fish up there where you were just talking about.
Chester?
Yeah. Yep, up to the Chester River, Low Point, and I go south also on that side.
Okay.
Trolling more so than anything.
Trolling, okay.
Yeah. And then of course later in the season I'll just bottom bounce. I've done that before.
Oh yeah. Yeah, not me. I can't take it.
No.
I watched them guys. I thought, no. I know it's productive.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Joe. Okay, Ron.
Ron, yeah. Up Susquehanna Flats, I do predominantly probably largemouth fishing. There aren't a lot of stripers up there. Occasionally I'll run into one, but Turkey Point and the Flats as well.
They're there this year. They're there this year. Finally.
Finally.
Yeah, because 3 years, prior 3 years, they weren't there. They're there this year.
Is that right?
Yeah, so when you go home, get your boat.
I go home.
It's time to
Well,
go.
maybe I'll pick a little nicer day. But
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, they're there. Okay, so you use light tackle, I guess, and fly fishing? Okay.
Not fly fishing,
Just light?
yeah,
Okay.
just like that.
Light tackle, okay. That's a good place. And then in the summer, you run up, you get the right type of boat you can beat up. You go catch some good smallies and all that.
I have a 15-foot whaler, so it drafts nothing, so I can.
Yeah, but you still don't want to go up in rocks with that.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
It's an expensive path.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, thanks. Okay, Mike?
My name's Mike Lemon. As a result of the severance, I got the boat that I thought I was going to get when I retired. So I'm trailering it from Towson, and I'm willing to go wherever the fish are.
That's good.
Solomons or Upper Bay. Probably the easiest to go is just to launch right at Rocky Point, which is like 25 minutes from the house, or launch at Sandy Point.
Yeah, Rocky Point's kind of tough sometimes, man. Yeah, I don't know who put those ramps together. They should be shot. That's a shame. Yeah. What's your
Sandy
name?
Point's the one to go to.
Yeah.
You got signed your name here?
I got it in October, went out 7 times this fall. Into December.
I'll talk to you later.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Put that.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead
They
and sign
extended
it.
the season last year, remember,
Right.
for an extra week.
Okay, well that's good. You go. That's the way to do it. I mean, that mine's next to my house, so that's a good thing. Well, sign your name there, young man, and if you get it, did you order a book?
I think so.
Okay, just take it down there with me. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna keep this going. Okay, Steve,
Hi y'all, Steve Ferguson. I fish north, from the Bay Bridge north, probably up to Patapsco. Looking to go down south a little bit, south of the bridge. Light tackle, probably move into doing a little bit of trolling.
okay.
My wife likes to catch fish, so I figured bottom fishing is
Yeah.
heavy hitter. We're thinking about maybe going to Solomon's this summer and
Okay.
riding it down there.
Okay, that's good. That's a nice place. Okay, now we're up to Bob.
Bob, I'm Sloan, I'm out of Middle River. I like to fish the upper portion and the lower portion of the bay, troll and lake tackle.
Okay. Tim.
My name's Tim. I like to fish EB and Hunger River, light tackle and fly fishing.
Hunger. Oh man, what a place. Oh man, what a place.
So where's the Hunger River?
Below Cambridge, I guess.
Yeah, it's down there, man, but what a place. Okay. How about it, Kyle?
Yep, my name's Kyle, and I live more in the Upper Bay portion, so I'd like to start learning my own waters a little better than what I did.
Okay. And what's your method do you use?
Yeah, mainly light tackle, plastic.
Okay. Hunger. You got a place on the Hunger?
No, sir. You just get up early and go.
Where do you launch there?
All right. You get up early. You run across the bay or you drive around? Where do you live?
I live near you.
Oh.
Catonsville.
You go west side down and across?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
No, you go all the way around the east side
That's down where it goes here.
and then go on get on the Hong on the east? Wow. That's a ride. That's what, 2.5, 3 hours?
2 hours,
Yeah.
2.5 hours.
Back roads, you gotta watch it,
Yep.
baby. Come on, Billy. We're going down there. He's got that truck. And it's it's the end of the day. We're coming back. Billy, don't lose it, baby. I got it.
That's the truth.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Sam
I got you,
Wells.
Sam. Yep.
Sam Wells, mainly light tackle, right around the upper,
Okay.
north of the bridge and south of the bridge. that
Okay.
big bridge.
All right. George?
Troll in the spring and then most of the rest of the year is all light tackle, live line and jigging,
Okay.
top water. I started out actually trolling and actually have shifted over the last 10 years over to the light tackle.
Okay, that's good. And what part do you usually fish?
I'll go anywhere from, I come out of Baltimore, trailer my boat, so I'll
Oh,
go
okay.
anywhere all the way south as we look out.
Okay. All right, now we have, let's see now, we might have, Gene? I missed you, I had to get you. Wait a minute.
Gene Mesovich, I'm out of Rose River Marina, so the middle of the bay.
Good day.
This is only my second year with the boat, so kind of down with the fishing last season, so I'm a newbie compared to most of you guys.
You're gonna do light tackle this year?
And light tackle, and I also have trolling.
Okay. All right, light tackle. Bob?
Rob, from Pasadena, so I fish out at Sandy Point.
Okay,
I fish all over the bay, and like tackle and trolling,
okay.
wherever I can
All day. LT and trouble. Okay, now. Frank?
Frank, I'm a newbie. I went out with you once last
Yeah.
time.
Did we do any good?
No, we didn't.
Where'd we go?
We went out to Sandy Point, had my son-in-law with me. I think he snake bit, you know.
Did he catch, was he the guy that didn't hardly catch any?
He didn't catch any.
Did I take care of you though?
Well, it was a good trip. I mean, he enjoyed it. He wants to go back.
Oh, okay.
But you know, it was a very good trip for me.
Okay.
But I have a very small boat, but I have taken it out. I put it in at Sandy Point when the water's, when the bay's not, the waves aren't too high.
Right.
I put in at Trunson Park at Annapolis.
Oh, yeah.
And then I've gone up to Severn River. And basically what I've got is light spinning tackle, jigging around the pier.
Okay.
And then also south of not the pier, but the Bay Bridge, and then south of the Bay Bridge too. So I'm eager to kind of learn more and where I could safely take my boat.
Now on the weekends, on the Severn River, at 11 o'clock, make sure you're out of there.
Oh, I don't want to fish on the weekend.
Okay, that's a good man. Well, when I could do it during the week, that's what I used to do, and I had a 16-foot aluminum boat. Came 11 o'clock, there they go. Everything gets rocked up.
When I go without my son-in-law, I'll go during the week. 'Cause I can,
Okay, well, I'm glad you had a good time.
yeah, I want to go with you again.
Okay, then next guy we have is Kyle.
I'm Kyle. I keep my boat on the Severn River. I'm like Gene. We just got our boat last year. Light tackle. Basically fishing around Annapolis. So.
Okay, that's a good area. That's all good area. Well, I think everybody made it. 13. Oh well. Well, again, thanks for coming. Let's get into this. I'm going to go over this fast. It's on my website, so I'm not going to really tell you everything. But I'm a full-time guide, licensed and insured, fishing 22-foot catamaran. If you go on to Orbis site, I'm a 5-star. As far as guiding, you get everything. You come with me, you get everything. Full day, you get food, you get everything. Good food. Wife makes it night before. No old stuff. Okay. Light tackle, we do. Fly fishing, we do. I used to do live lining. I try not to do that anymore, but you know, if it comes up and people want to do it, just take them out. Because after they catch their limit, which takes 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, you're going to learn some light tackle or whatever you want, but we're not going to stay on the fish with live bait. Not as you get. That's just the way. That's part of my business, and that's, you know, some people. Nobody ever said no, but if you do, that's fine. And you're going to have an enjoyable day on the Chesapeake Bay, and I could tell you stories. I don't want to do that. Fly fishing, light tackle trips, a full or half day. This is on my site where I go May through December is the upper and middle bay. Right now, since the fish are on the Susquehanna Flats, I'll be moving up on the flats. I'll probably be there next week. I keep my boat there. Come on up. Keep my boat there. Come on up here, sir. And we'll take trips right out of the park there. Your name? Did you get a book?
I'm going to buy one.
Okay, what's your name?
Jim Bennett.
Jim Bennett. Did you tell me?
Over the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you that I was going to want one. Yeah.
Just put book right there and we'll talk.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. In mid-June through September, I do have live lining, so I guess I do it. Spot. You know, I did it for 1 year, and it was all right, but then I thought, I don't feel like doing that anymore. But people like to do it half day. If you want to purchase, you can either on a full day, usually catch the spot if you want to. If you want to purchase them, you have to pay for them because we can catch them. Okay, I'll pay for the bait and all that to catch them, but that's up to you. And then after you catch your keepers, we're going to go catch them weight perch or practice catch and release with lures, not live line. And July through December, set up GPS units, sonar plotters, chart plotters. You can call them whatever you want. They change their names now, so they're not called fish finders. They're called sonar units, and so on. But whatever they are, whatever kind they are, whoever makes them, and you're having trouble, you're looking at the van that can come on your boat, set it up, explain to you what is really needed to catch fish, and have you running it by the time the end of the day is, and you'll be on fish, so you'll see them. I take pictures of that. That way you can refer to it later on, just in case you get a little confused. If we change any of the settings, you'll get a hard copy of that. That way you only have to hire me once to do that. I don't want to take advantage of anybody if they hit the reset button. You're gonna have everything that's been changed if it has. I would say for units made in the last 3 to 5 years, you just need to know you need some good understanding if you don't know what's going on. A lot of them now, you just turn them on, they're gonna work for you. Okay, but I have to look at the unit to say that. That's my boat. It's a 22-foot catamaran. It's got a platform up front. The rest of the boat is completely flat going to the back. Plenty of room in there to fish. That's out the flats one year. You see the fly rod's bent over pretty good. That's it. And I got 2 motors, so one goes out, I got another one. I usually don't have any trouble with that. That was 2 years ago. Wasn't out the flats. That was that time of year on the Potomac River, lower Potomac, and down there you have to use barbless hooks, and that was caught on top water. As soon as he stuck it, I went, "Oh Lord, please, let him keep pressure on the line." And he did. But that's about a 40-pounder. That was a good catch. That was neat seeing that happen. That's a summertime fish, average. Okay, average over 18 and over. That's average. Okay. The one you saw prior to that doesn't happen in the summer. Don't kid yourself. You can catch bigger fish than that, but this is an average keeper size in the summer. It's not an average size. Average size last year in the summer were maybe 14 to 16 inches. A lot of them. Okay, a lot of them. Yes.
18 inches, is it to the fork or?
It's, according to the DNR, you close the mouth all the way, and you can squeeze it right to the point of the tail, not the fork.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me,
Who?
Mario and Raleigh from Plastic Fish.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, guys. That's okay.
Well, what?
That's the boat works.
Hey, Jim, just came in before these guys.
Yeah,
Did I call you and you told me you wanted a book?
yeah, because I told
Oh, I know
very,
what.
very interested in it.
Can I have that? Because I'll make sure you get one.
It's not a problem.
Either today or tomorrow.
Yep.
Here. No, that's yours. We'll talk about that later.
So,
That's a fault, yes.
where do you measure the fork? I mean,
Okay,
very tip?
you can take this tail and squeeze it,
Yeah.
okay? And you can measure from the longest point of the fish, which would be this tail, it'll be in here, and you squeeze that mouth all the way, you can measure it just like that.
It'll tell you how many guys have measured it for.
Well, that's what the Department of Natural Resources says you can do, so.
That's good.
Yeah,
Just,
that's what they, yeah, if you, I gotta keep, and it's been like that for as long as I can remember. I guess because some days you got some guy complained and said, well, wait a minute, what about this part of it? Okay, no, that's how you can do it. That's a good fall time fish. That's out of the Patapsco River. That was this year, in the Point Lookout, wintertime. Now, I'm going to show you where I'll get some credibility. You might, this guy, the first fish he ever caught was 8 inches. And that was in the fall. And this is the next trip he took with me. Well, that's going to fight you good. You just get ready to tighten the line. When he gives you line, you tighten it. Huh? Huh? It's a good fish, isn't it? All right.
I ain't caught him yet.
Take your time. This is a big boy. Remember, if he's pulling drag, don't crank against him. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. That's a good one, Bill.
What you bad?
Yeah, I know it. Here we go again.
Was, but yet so far away.
Yep. She's still rolling off of it. the daddy. Coming up. Here he is. I see the white in him. Where is he? Come on, baby. Show your face. There you go. I'll let you know when I'm about ready for getting.
Oh my God!
It's a beautiful stroke. Now we get to see him slow motion. Besides this fish. I'm on my knees, so I'm getting wet. I'll tell you now, glasses already got water all over. Yeah, let's see. Is he going to turn towards us? I think he is. There's his mouth. He's not finished yet. You see the jig head right here. He's like this long. Look at him. Bill, it was a pleasure watching you catch and then release them at 49 1/4 inch long, straight to bed. A new light tackle record for my brother. Isn't that something? It goes from 8 inches to something like that. And he's a friend. We bought him that rod and reel because he just retired, you know, and he hooked that fish, and I'm just going, Lord, please let him catch this one. Please let him catch this one. Because I could tell right away what it was.
That was the Point Lookout?
No, oh no, that was down at the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, just on the ocean side of the tunnel area. Covering today is going to be introduction. We did that part. Understanding weather and water conditions. Use current, not tide. That's going to be pretty important. Fish smarter, not harder. That saves you a lot of time. I'll show you some tricks to that one. Locating and how to fish productive structures and to minimize your fishing time. Maximize. All right. When it comes to weather conditions, first thing you're going to look at is going to be the wind. The wind is going to tell you, can you fish today? It's also going to tell you where you can go fishing. Okay, all the time. So it also has to do with the water clarity, the current speed, and it tells us where to fish. And it's going to be when the wind is against the current, rough water. Always remember that. You can have a day where it's 12, 13, 14 knots coming dead out of the north. On an incoming, when the water's moving in, incoming current or flood current, rough out there, probably 3-footers. When it turns around, it could be smooth. So some days you might want to fish and you have that condition, but if you think about what the current's going to be doing, you can still go fishing. So, front, lake conditions over water. That's what's important to us on that. A low front is usually cloudy, less light on the water. The fish will become more active, and usually longer. And the fish can usually be caught in skinny water when you have low front and cloudy. You can do that, even if it's sometimes the middle of the day.
What do you mean low front? Is that a low pressure area?
Low pressure. Yeah, low pressure. It's going to get cloudy right before the storm comes, right before the water, so it starts raining. Okay. The closer you get to when it's going to rain, believe it or not, the better the fishing is. And that's not because you read it in books. This is for me being out on the water. That's where this book came from. So I knew it ahead of time, but, you know, I got to witness all this stuff. High front, when it's sunny.
Excuse me, skinny
Yeah.
water. Hello?
Skinny water?
Is that shallow water or
Yeah,
the
yeah.
surface or the higher end?
That's like two, you could get them on top water there sometimes. Sometimes they'll be right under that and they won't come up and take that flow. But I would be throwing that for a while just to see, okay? And if they're not taking top water and they're still cloudy, don't have to go out in 40 and 50 feet of water looking for them. I know you would go into certain areas and look in certain areas which you're going to learn what areas to look in at that time. Okay, and you're also going to learn in what areas to look in when there's a high front, when it's sunny, bluebird sky, let's say. That's, you know, everybody says that that's no good, bad hard fishing. It is hard fishing sometimes until you learn where they should be, and again, you're going to learn that. Fish usually stay in the deep water when high fronts are deep. I should really put deeper water. Deeper. I have deeper water columns. So they're not going to be in the 2 to 10 foot. They might be in from 15 to 20, 25, something like that, right? Because they don't have any eyelids, okay? And that light hurts their eyes. And the bait's going to be low. Everything is going to be low. It'll move down until the current starts pushing it up, and if it doesn't have a chance to go anywhere, the bait. And then I'll explain that to you. Exceptions, early AM, because it's a little bit darker. Same thing with late PM. I used to always hear that's the best time to fish. That might be the easiest time to fish. That's not the best time to fish. Okay, so don't get the two confused. It's the best time if maybe that's the only time you can go, as you get home from work and you know you can go fishing then. But it's not always the best time during that day to go fishing. During a lot of days it's not. Effects of the water conditions, temperature, controls the water columns that the stripers are going to be active in. And this is normally a springtime condition more than a summertime, because summertime it's usually stabled out by then, and for quite a few months it stays that way. The temperature might go up about 3 degrees, down, so on. We could say it's 43 degrees, and I'm talking the Susquehanna Flats here, in the state of Maryland. At 43 degrees up on the Susquehanna Flats, the stripers usually become active. Before that, they're still there, they're still active, but to take a fly or to take a lure, okay, they don't want to have anything to do with it normally until it's about 43 degrees out on the water itself. 60 degrees, they're going to start hitting top water. That's anywhere. If you fish the Bay Bridge at 60 degrees in the fall or even in the spring, you can use top water, possibly catch one. Okay, that's when they start hitting top water good. Current, very important. The faster it moves, the better. Controls which condition the fish will be facing in. These fish face up current all the time. If it's a strong current coming, they don't want to turn down current. Then they're getting pushed, they don't have control. When they face up current, they got control where they are. Their tail just moves around. These are lazy fish. They're like a largemouth bass and a smallmouth bass. The striped bass is just as lazy. He just doesn't have a whole lot of log to go lay under and things like that. They will stay around structure, and they will be on the side, the power side, where the current really moves and hits them. But there is areas in there where they can lay and not have to use a lot of energy. We'll go over, what I'm telling you now, we're going to go over this a lot more when we keep clicking here. And it also controls the position of the fish on structure. Okay, so let's just say if we had a mound, something like that. This is the bottom, right here. This is top of the mound. Let's just say this is 15 feet. It doesn't matter. This could be 28 feet. This could be 19 feet. Okay. Now, basically what we're saying here is, let's say it's outgoing. This is north. Current's moving out. Here's what happens. It hits here hard, hits it fast, hits it fast. It's hitting this real fast and real hard. When it comes up to here, it's still moving fast. It's moving fast, it's moving fast. It's not going this way. Okay? Now where would the fish be? They're not going to be down here because not much is going to come down there. They're going to be right here. Because when the current's pushing hard, it's pushing the bait hard. The little bait has no control of where it's going. Okay? And this is where they're going to be. They're going to be facing this way. And that's pretty important to remember when you're casting. If you're drifting and you're casting and you run across some fish and you go across them, you have to you want to cast. You have to cast up in there so to try to get the current moving the way that the current's moving. Believe it or not, that means that they'll catch a lot. You will catch a lot more fish doing that. It takes a while to get used to that, but it will work for you. So kind of try to remember, no matter if you're drifting, where you're casting, and you have no fish, you know you've been over them or you know they're around there, you want to cast up current and then bring it back if you can. Okay. And there's going to be times that that's different, and we'll go over that. Don't do it. Excuse me. Thank you. I'll be here to answer all your questions, so write them down. I'll try not to get anybody confused.
Tom, before you go off on that, if fish are not active, they might be on the other side of that hump, right? If they're not active?
If they're not active?
Yeah,
No.
not feeding.
No, well, that's a good question. Let me think for a minute, because I don't
They
want
might just be holding out there in that quiet water, huh?
Well, let's say, yeah, yes, they could be if they're not active. Yeah, they could be. Because when it's hard, I've tried to find them in conditions like this when they were not active over here. I haven't done that, I can't find them. I don't know where they are, okay? I know that I usually go deep near the channel and have a better chance of catching them. Because I don't know, I wish I knew, but I think what they do is if you look at the structure, and you have to picture it, all right, if the current's really moving on that structure, where's it going to hit the fastest and the fastest, and at what point of that structure, and we're going to go, you'll see this in these other ones, and you just have to kind of picture that in your head. And you can only do that by looking at a chart ahead of time or something like that to figure that out. And you're going to be able to do that. And this is going to help you. Don't think because we're talking light tackle and fly fishing and all that, this is going to help you a lot. Please hang in there, okay? Hang in there. And listen to all of this because it's going to mean a lot to you, okay? Please. So that's what you try to figure out. And once you do that and you see it happening, then you know, okay, here's what's happening. Just what I'm telling you. They're going to get fished here. This is where they're going to be. Now, does that mean they're going to be there for 5 hours, 6 hours, 2 hours, 15 minutes, 20 minutes? You're going to see that in the current when they should be there normally, okay, in the areas like that. But are they going to sit down here? I don't think so. I don't think so. Wherever they go, when they're not feeding, it's somewhere where they're safe. And I don't think 19-foot of water on the other side, they're in there just to eat. Once they're through eating, they're out of there. They're gone, boom.